Good morning friends. In our last videos we learned about Vijayanagara Empire. Today we are going to learn a new lesson about the Bahamani Kingdom. In today's lesson we will learn about the Bahamani Kingdom, its rulers and their contributions. Do you remember? Do you remember when we learned about Vijayanagara, we read about Arya Ramaraya and the Deccan Sultanate. The Bahamani Kingdom consists of Deccan Sultanate before it separated. At the first, the Bahamani Kingdom consists of Deccan Sultanate before it was separated. The Bahamani Kingdom was one big sultanate. The Bahamani Kingdom was the big sultanate. Another name, the Bahamani Kingdom can also be called as the Bahamani Sultanate. Why do you think that is? A sultan is a Muslim ruler. His kingdom is called a sultanate. For example, the Bahamani Sultanate, the Sultanate of Mysore. The formation of kingdom. Towards the end of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, many revolts arose. Around the year 1347, these revolts broke the Tughlaq Empire and the new Bahamani Kingdom arose. The first king of the Bahamani Kingdom was Hassan Gangu, also known as Gangu Bahamani. Here we can see, after the end of Muhammad bin Tughlaq's rule, many revolts arose. Around 1347, the Tughlaq Empire was broken down into two parts and the Bahamani Kingdom arose. The first king of the Bahamani dynasty was Hassan Gangu, also known as Gangu Bahamani. Founder Hassan Shah. The Bahamani king Hassan Shah founded the kingdom. Hassan Shah is a short name. His full name was Alauddin Hassan Gangu Bahaman Shah. He made Gulbarga his capital. His kingdom included the parts of Goa and Dabhol. The limits of his kingdom were in the east, Boingir in current Telangana state. In the north, Penganga in Maharashtra state. In south, Krishna River in Andhra Pradesh. Firoz Shah. The most famous king of Bahamani Kingdom was Firoz Shah, also known as Tajuddin Firoz Shah. Some call him the greatest emperor of the kingdom. The most famous kingdom in the Bahamani Kingdom was Firoz Shah. He was also known as Tajuddin Firoz Shah. Some people call him the greatest emperor of this kingdom. Not king also, he was the greatest emperor. Firoz Shah, the great king. He was a good, just and generous king. Firoz Shah was a good, just and generous king. He followed religious tolerance and employed Hindu people and people of other religion in important posts. Tajuddin Firoz Shah was a religious tolerant and he employed Hindus and people of other religion for the important posts in his kingdom. Firoz Shah, the great king, he was an expert in writing, religion, geometry. Firoz Shah was an expert in writing, religion and geometry. He was a brilliant military strategist. Now let's read a quick story about how he was a brilliant strategist. Words to know. Related to soldiers. Military. Related to soldiers, army, war and defense. Planner. Someone who can plan very well. Firoz Shah, the military genius. Some say that he won the war against Harihara II. Some say that the greatest king Harihara II of Vijayanagara dynasty. He was defeated by Firoz Shah. Firoz Shah disguised himself as a traveling performer. This allowed him to enter the palace. Do you think this makes him a great military planner? Give reasons to support your answers. Comment the answer in your comment boxes. Quick check. Now we should quick check. I will tell you the sentences you should tell true or false. Firoz Shah founded the Bahamani Kingdom. Comment it. Is it true or false? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's false. Who founded the Bahamani Kingdom? Hassan Shah founded the Bahamani Kingdom. Hassan Shah was considered the greatest king of Bahamani king. Comment it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. False. Firoz Shah was considered the greatest king of Bahamani king. The Bahamani capital was Gulbarga. True. You can see the answers. Muhammad Gawan. People believe that there was one person who was more famous than the actual Bahamani kings. People of that kingdom believe that there was a person who was more famous than the Bahamani kings. The name of the person was Muhammad Gawan. Muhammad Gawan was not a king, he was a minister under the Bahamani king Muhammad III. Muhammad Gawan came from Persia. Muhammad Gawan. Gawan was an expert at warfare. He was a good administrator. He improved tax collection and the postal system. He established a madrasa college at Bidar, in which students can study Islamic faith and law. He helped extend the Bahamani kingdom from the Bay of Bengal to Arabian Sea in the Deccan Plateau. These are the achievements of Muhammad Gawan and about him. Let's read another story. Muhammad Gawan's story. Gawan was not a ruler, he was simply a minister in the court. Because he was doing so well, he was also gaining power. Other leaders in the area were jealous of Muhammad Gawan's power. His influence over the king made them very angry. A careful plan was made by the other ministers to kill him. Muhammad Gawan's story. They obtained Muhammad Gawan's seal and put it on a blank paper and wrote a fake letter inviting the king of Orissa to attack Bahamani Kingdom. The Sultan showed him the letter. Although Gawan saw his seal on the letter, he did not know anything about the contents. Gawan's death. The king asked the Gawan what punishment should be given to him. Death was the reply given by Muhammad Gawan. He was ordered to be executed by the king. The meaning of executed, killed. Thinking time. How do you feel hearing that story? Do you think it was fair or unfair to kill Gawan? How do you think his death affected the kingdom? As Sultan always asked Gawan for advice for his kingdom, after Muhammad Gawan's death, the kingdom suffered. The king was unable to make decisions for his people. The Bahamani Sultanate began to fail. Now we will learn about the society, language, architecture in the Bahamani Kingdom. Society structure. Islamic law was followed by the Bahamani rulers. The king was regarded as the representative of God on the earth. The king of Bahamani Kingdom was regarded as the representative of God on the earth. Both Muslims and Hindus were given important posts in the administration. During Bahamani Kingdom, both Muslim and Hindu religious people were given important posts in the administration. The Sufi sect flourished during Bahamani Kingdom. We'll learn about Sufi sect in next lesson. Literature, language. The language used by foreign scholars was known as Dakkani. It is still spoken today. The language used by foreign scholars during those days was known as Dakkani. It is still spoken today. It has came from Arabic and Persian, but also has many influences from Indian languages spoken in the Deccan area like Marathi, Kannada and Telugu. The language Dakkani has came from Arabic and Persian, but then also it has many influences from Indian languages spoken in Deccan area like Marathi, Kannada and Telugu. Did you know the word Dakkani comes from the word Deccan? This language was popularly spoken by the Muslim leaders in Deccan Plateau. Architecture. Bahmani rulers were famous for their Bahmani rulers was famous for their special type of architecture. Their style of architecture is called Dakkani architecture. Okay. What is Dakkani architecture? Bahamani rulers were famous for their special type of architecture. Their style of architecture is called Dakkani architecture. It combines both Hindu and Muslim styles of architecture. The picture you can see on your mobile screen or computer screen or laptop screen is the Great Mosque in Gulbarga Fort. Solakamba Mosque. This is the Solakamba Mosque or the Zanai Masjid, has 16 pillars on the outer side. The picture you can see on your screen is Solakamba Mosque or Zanai Masjid. It consists of 16 pillars in the outer side. Solaha in Hindi or Urdu means 16. Ibrahim Roza. This building was built by Ibrahim II, a ruler belonging to Adil Shahi dynasty. The building of the picture you can see on your screen is built by Ibrahim II, a ruler of Adil Shahi dynasty. It has two structures. One is mosque and second one is tomb. This picture is described as the Taj Mahal of Deccan. Gol Gumbaz. Gol Gumbaz is the tomb of Muhammad Adil Shah. The center of this structure is a huge dome. The inside of the dome has whispering gallery where even the softest sound can be heard on the other side of the gallery. The center is the structure of huge dome. Gol Gumbaz is the center of this structure. In the Gol Gumbaz, the center of the structure has a huge dome. The inside of this dome, it has a whispering gallery where even if we speak soft, the sound can be heard on the other side of the gallery. Sorry for the disturbance. Name two famous monuments from the Bahamani Kingdom. Can you name some two famous monuments from the Bahamani Kingdom? Comment in the comment box. Solakamba Mosque, Ibrahim Roza, Gol Gumbaz. Warm up. Today we learnt about Hasan Shah, Firoz Shah, Muhammad Gawan, Bahamani literature and architecture. Not for homework, you can think about this. If you could be either Muhammad Gawan or Firoz Shah, who would you be? Why would you choose this person? Thank you friends. This is all about Bahamani Adil Shahs.